Hello, everyone. This is Stacy Cleveland, and this is my biopsychosocial assessment interview. Today, I will be working with Tammy, who is a 28-year-old African American female with no children now, but desires to have her own family one day. Tammy is recovering from a 5-year relationship with her fiance, who she tragically lost in a car accident about a year ago. Tammy's presenting problems are generalized anxiety, grief and loss, and feelings of depression. Today, I will be offering her supportive counseling, working with a strengths based perspective, along with the biopsychosocial assessment. Um, Briefly talk about her history and relationships, working on an eco map, and then we will end with goal setting at the end of this interview. So, hello, Tammy.
Hi, Miss Stacy.
Welcome. I'm glad you're here today. So, how have you been feeling since the last time we had our session?
Not too good, actually.
Okay, well, tell me a little bit about that.
I've been really depressed and I feel alone and like I don't really have much support. And I struggle with grieving and mourning the proper way. I've been drinking a whole lot more and I'm pretty concerned with my health and as far as my mental health. And I was hoping that you could help me, get through some things such as being depressed so much and getting back out there and spending time with my friends and helping me cope through the tragic loss of my fiance.
Okay. Okay, so as far as let's prioritize some of those issues that you had discussed. So let's start. What would you think would be the number one issue you would like to work on today?
Um, Finding ways or coping strategies and um, just getting help with not drinking so much and um, also how to overcome with this depression that I have.
Okay, so you mentioned coping strategies that you're open to learn, and some of the issues regarding grief and loss. We can definitely talk about that as well. And with the drinking, the alcohol, we definitely want to make that a priority as well. So you've mentioned that. Are you open to receiving resources regarding drug and alcohol counseling?
Yes, I'm open to that.
Okay, so we can provide you the resources today for that, as well as some of the coping strategies. What have you tried so far?
Drinking.
Well, now that you've realized that it hasn't really benefited your health, have you thought about other ways that you can cope with the grief and the loss and the depression?
No, just
Okay.
I just drink.
Okay, so we can talk about that, and you might want to think in terms of something else that can occupy your mind, so that you're not dwelling on those negative thoughts, such as maybe exercising. How do you feel about exercising?
I just want to be in bed and cry.
Okay, well, I
I don't
understand.
I don't really want to exercise. I already struggle with getting to work and going out of the house. I don't really want to exercise.
Okay. Well, we can definitely talk about some other strategies that you would feel comfortable with doing. Something that maybe you could do in house, and it wouldn't require you to go to a gym, but you could like watch videos of exercise um, activities. You could listen to music or read books, um, and then we can, further explore some other options for you as well as coping. How does that sound to
That
you?
sounds fine, Stacy.
Okay. All right. And tell me a little bit about how you're feeling physically.
Physically, I feel weak and again alone, but I'm just really drained. I don't want to do anything again, like I've said.
Okay, so it sounds like you have feelings of weakness
Hmm.
and feeling drained of energy and lacking of motivation.
Very much, yeah.
Okay, all right. So tell me a little bit about your relationships. How are you with your social environment?
Um, I have friends, but I don't really see my friends anymore. My relationship with my parents aren't so good, and I have a little brother who I see and am with from time to time as well. And then I have, well, that's really it.
Okay, okay. Do you have any other activities that you do outside of the house
Or that I did.
or did? Yes, that'll be fine.
I used to like reading and writing, and I used to like just going out with my friends and having a good time and just getting out the house with my fiance, but
Okay,
can't really do that no more because I don't have my fiance to go out with.
okay. All right, so what we want to do is a little activity. It's called an eco map. All right, and the eco map kind of provides us a visual of your environment, you know, those relationships that you are associated with. So, what do you think about us kind of taking the time to explore those things?
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll have you in the middle, okay, and tell me about your relationships. Let's start there. What about family? Maybe we could start with family.
Well, again, my father and my mother I'm not really close with. They were huge alcoholics, um, and again, not very supportive of me. Then I
Okay,
have my, oh, sorry,
it's okay. And so, how's your relationship with your mother?
weak. I don't really have strong relationships with either of my parents.
Okay, so we'll say that they're strained
Hmm.
and they're not weak. I'm sorry that they are weak. And you said you have a brother.
Yes, I have a little brother.
And how's your relationship with your brother?
We talk and see each other from time to time. We try to be very supportive of each other, but obviously he can't support me in the situation because he cannot relate to it and understand
Okay.
it.
Okay.
But for the most part, we try to be there for each other.
Okay. All right. So these little arrows are just indicating like your the sources of support. So it's strained both ways, from you to him and from him to you as well. And that would be the same with your parents. So we're just going to indicate that by the little arrows. Um, any other components to
My
your
friends
environment?
and church.
Okay, so you have friends, and then there's church. I'll put that here. Okay. And how would you say your relationship is with your friends?
My friends, the relationship, it was it was great. Um, because me and my fiance used to hang out with them a lot, but now it's not so great.
Okay.
Um,
So pretty strained there are or weak
yeah,
as
but
well. It's not as strong as it used to be.
yeah, but mainly because I just pushed them away
Okay.
because they remind me so much of my fiance.
Okay. And what about the church?
It's also weak,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Do you attend church?
I try to here and there, not
And
very often.
okay. But it is a positive environment. Do you
Yes,
find it helpful when you do go?
yes,
Okay. So, you know, how about
definitely
we?
gives me hope and stuff.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do, you know, that you desire to go more, right? And that it's a positive environment and that you could possibly find supports there. Okay, so we'll work on that as well. Anything else in your environment?
No, not really.
Well,
But would the relationship between me and my brother really be considered strained? Even like I would consider it to be strong,
okay, all right. So we want to make
but
that a strong
it's just
relationship.
because we have a relationship. It's just this situation he can't relate to. So
Okay, and then you always have therapists because you're attending your therapy
how could
session.
I forget Miss Stacy?
And how are you? How do you feel about the support that you receive since you've been attending therapy?
I feel like you're very helpful.
Okay.
Um, and you tend to motivate me. I think we are building a strong connection.
Okay. All right. That sounds wonderful. So here we're going to, just kind of, we'll review this a few times and it may even evolve over a period of a few sessions. And we're focusing on strengthening some of these support systems for you. We'll come up with ways and how you can do that. So what I would like you to do is hold on to this and you're going to review it in between our sessions, and then we will recap and review it at the beginning of our next session. I wanted to just talk a little bit about your strengths. I think because you have made the initiative to attend your sessions, you're seeking out help for those issues that you have identified in your life, which is a wonderful thing. And um, you have some support systems that you desire to have strengthened, which is also a great thing. So, what I'd like to do is we could talk about setting some goals, just a few goals. We don't want many. And then we will review your goals on our next session. How do you think that is?
That sounds good.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So, what I would first like to do is to provide you these resources of drug and alcohol programs that are in your area. So please review them. If you have any questions, we can certainly go over it. And then, what do you think about making an appointment with your primary physician?
Uh, I'll do it.
And it may be helpful in making sure that your physical health is okay, and perhaps you could receive some additional resources for mental health counseling, for group counseling, for the grief and loss, and we'll talk some more about the drug and alcohol
Okay.
as well.
I'll keep an open mind.
Okay, and then we'll review your eco map in between sessions. I want you to keep a journal. All right, so I'm going to provide you with this journal, and you want to document those feelings that you have each day. What kind of things may have led you to feel certain things, and then we'll review your journal on the next session, and then we can continue to work on some of those things that you have identified today. And so we will be meeting next week, same time, same place. All right. And I thank you again for coming in today.
Thank you, Miss Stacy.
Okay. You're welcome. Enjoy your day.
You too.